stay on this long.
Hello, my name is Dagmar Maston. Thank you for watching this, and thank you for Hedda and John doing this interview with me. I am the featured artist for the month of January 2026 here at the New Zone Gallery in Eugene, Oregon. I retired over 2 years ago, and I've always been interested in art, especially abstract, always love abstract art. And I wanted to do something more than just the usual crocheting, knitting, creative parts that a lot of retired people do. I just wanted to do something that I can hang on a wall. And I've always had a good eye for composition. I was always asked by my friends to design outlays for their sweaters, patterns. So I know I can do that, but I also feel like I cannot draw that well. So the obvious solution to express myself was collage, because I create my own collage papers in terms of printing, painting, stamping, cutting out, crumbling up. But it gives me already finished pieces that then I can arrange in a completely new way, and I'm not intimidated by an empty canvas in front of me. So I have pieces I can put together and arrange it, so it's never quite as final. The finality of putting a brush stroke on, I don't have that with collage. I can move things around. And it's also, what I also like about specifically collage is the two very distinct processes, the actual just creating of papers in different colors, different hues, different transparencies, textures, all that, and then I accumulate it. And at some point I'm like, okay, let's put this together. And the putting together part is what you see on these walls right now. Alrighty, so I'm going to explain a little bit my process and how I go about things on these examples right here. These are 4 pieces that I called suburban graffiti. And it has, like my show, the name of my show is Layer by Layer, and that's exactly what this is, layer after layer. I started out with just some snippets out of a magazine that was the writing, which to me, I mean, that's the urban part of the suburban. And then I made a jelly print, a printed area of a flower, just on black background. That was the suburban part, the suburban part, the flower. This is just snippet of dressmaking paper. This was an image, it was a picture I took and printed on tissue paper. A lot of my stuff is tissue paper, and as I glue it down, you will see the background shine through. That is true for this area, which was a photo I took and printed on tissue paper. This is just painted tissue paper. This was spray painted tissue paper with black. I mean, and then the last swirly thing, it was just something I did freehand, the mark making part of this, that I just finished it up with just because I wanted to. I can't tell you why, it just feels like it brings it together. So lots of different layers. I respond to what I see in front of me. I don't have this in my head. I put something down, it's like, oh, this would look good, this would look good. I change it up, I might cover it completely up again, until at some point it tells me I'm done. So it's a very intuitive process. There is not that much planning involved. It's more of a letting it flow. And at some point the flow tells me you're done flowing and it's done. So yeah, and then the naming of it, I do have a general idea, but then when I'm done, I let it speak to me and I come up with the names. And that's how it's been so far. And I am taking classes online with people that do collage that I personally just like, and I want to learn how they do it. So I'm still evolving. I'm doing new things. I'm doing different techniques with paper. It's just really fun to do. And I'm so grateful to be able to be part of this gallery. So I have a place to hang this up without my own living room. So at this point, I'm really grateful for this. Thank you. Okay, let's move on to this series of 3 images. I just also want to point out that I do my own, I took photography, I took pictures of this. It was a meadow, obviously a tree, some rock walls that I took pictures of. I then turn them into black and white, and I'm talking just cell phone, but cell phones are so good these days, so it's not, I don't have elaborate equipment, but turn it into black and white, enhance the black and white, then I print it on tissue paper, and then I glue it down, which makes the background still appear, and I love that. I just love that it's very abstractly representational. I mean, I even took a picture of this. This was also a rock wall structure. And the combination of abstract background and maybe a little bit of representation, that's just what floats my boat right now. I've always been drawn to abstract art more than representative art. I just find it more interesting. It's actually much harder than people think, because you need to worry about the shapes and the colors and how do they talk to each other, and the composition becomes much more important than drawing a figure with a background. I mean, that's at least my opinion, and not valuing it, but there's more to abstract art than people realize. It's hard to make it look good and draw people in. I come from Germany. I was early on interested in art, never took any kind of formal classes. But the Bauhaus movement, Kandinsky, all these guys in that time frame, everything that's abstract I was drawn to. Hundertwasser in Austria, Mondrian, that talks to me much more than the Flemish masters. And that's how it will keep going. I know I will stay abstract. I'm not sure what other techniques and media I will add to it, but I will stay abstract. And as representation as I will get is like this, with black and white images that I will put on an abstract background. Okay, so this is the New Zone Gallery, and like I said, I'm the January featured artist. There is Luca Blakesley, who's also a featured artist, and he does photography. I think his focus is more on, how did he put it? Capture something in the moment and showing how things do change, but keeping it, capture it in the moment of change. That sounds very dramatic, but hopefully you get what I'm saying. And then we have a Klaus Meyer room, which is currently occupied by Jerry Ross, who has quite the name in Eugene, as far as I know. Otherwise, Eugene, you need to come to the New Zone Gallery. This is a cooperative of 70 plus artists. 70 ideas of what art is are hanging here on the walls, and it is a feast for the eyes. So it's a great place, and I'm very grateful myself to be part of this. So come on down, check it out. It's great art, it's great people, it's an awesome place. Please come.